Hey guys, guess where we are? Today I'm going to make, I don't know, Thanksgiving bread or Thanksgiving stuffing bread, whatever. I made this a couple of years ago for the first time. And you know, it's really pretty good. And basically what it is you've all seen me make bread before, so I'm not going to go through all that. And you don't need to watch me mix it up. You've seen me do all that too. But I do want to tell you what I'm going to add to this. This makes great bread for your stuffing. And I'm making a turkey today or tomorrow. I haven't decided yet. Because we're getting together at my son's next weekend. And my daughter-in-law, she likes turkey butt stuffing. Anyway, so do we. So I told her I would bring, even though we're not having a full meal, that I would bring some turkey for turkey sandwiches and her favorite stuffing. So when I make this bread, I use my regular bread recipe. And then I start adding what you would think of as regular stuffing ingredient type things. But this has, and luckily about a cup left, some cornmeal, and this is my corn flour I made from the popcorn, and some poultry seasoning. It's about 4 teaspoons of poultry seasoning, and I'm going to add a little extra. This is sage from my garden, and I do make my own poultry seasoning. It calls for some parsley flakes, which I have to buy. Then garlic powder, onion powder, celery powder, black pepper, and I'm going to throw in a little bit of celery seed. So I'll get this all mixed up, and like I said, it's just my regular bread recipe where I use my whole wheat flour. I'm going to get it all mixed up, and I'll show you what it looks like probably about part way through. Well, you're not going to believe what I just did. Those of you that know me will understand. I'm a bit of an airhead sometimes. And my favorite quote has been, the older I get, the blonder I get. And please, no offense to you natural blondes, but it's the stereotype. So, I'm making my bread, working along, looking great. I add all the flour. I'm kneading it, and I look down, I see my egg. Well, maybe I can incorporate that egg, right? Guess what else I didn't put in? My yeast. Ah! So guys, we're doing a kitchen experiment. I was going to throw it out and start over, and I decided no. Number one, I'd have to grind more corn flour. I'm having to grind more wheat flour anyway, which I use all the time, so no big deal. But our little experiment today is we're going to make quick bread. I'm going to try to see what happens with this bread that I just whipped up. Do we call it bread the way? But anyway, I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to go ahead and bake it as a quick bread instead of a yeast bread. We may have a rock, but the way I look at it, you can just add more turkey broth into that bread to soften it up for dressing. So, in the meantime, while that is baking, I'm going to go ahead and make my regular bread that I make all the time. So, and oh, I hope I don't forget the eggs and yeast in this one. I'm watching old Christmas shows from the 1950s and 60s, the old black and white, and I was so involved in Ozzie and Harriet from the 1950s that I forgot half my ingredients. I'll be back. Okay guys, this is hilarious. I got it all put in the oven, and then after I told you I was going to make it quick bread, I don't know if those of you that have ever made quick bread, but it calls for quite a bit of oil. There's only 4 tablespoons of whatever you want. I use butter. But just a minute, let me pick one loaf up for you. Okay, listen to this. Okie dokie, let's call that experiment a flop. Kind of funny if you ask me. And the top looks so dried out because normally I put butter on it, but I wasn't wasting butter on these things. And if I do decide to use it in for dressing, I don't know, we'll see. But I'm going to round up a knife and we're going to cut into it and see just how bad it really is. Okay, I got my 1970s Jinsu knife. You got one of these, Mon Chi Chi? Even got little pokies on it. Okay, so I'm gonna pick this up. It is heavy, guys. I should weigh it. Now I'm gonna see if of all my knives, this good old 70s Jinsu is probably the best one to cut through a brick. So, holy cow! Oh my goodness! Well, smells amazing. Look at the inside. That is gross. Oh my God, how funny is this, huh? I don't know. I'll see. It's like a brick. Okay, you remember me telling y'all, don't do what I do? There you go. We're going to call that a failed experiment. We won't be using this bread in this year's dressing, I don't think. And I got good bread in the oven. That's what I'm going to use. So anyway, I had to come back and show this to you. When I put the yeast in and I put the eggs in, it's a very good bread. Not only is it good in dressing, well, not this stuff, but not only is that bread good in dressing, but it's good like with the turkey sandwich and even cranberry sauce on that. Oh, it is good. And yes, it just tastes like a Thanksgiving all over again. All right, guys, there you go. Now we know something else I can't bake. I still laugh when I pick this up. I mean, look, you can't even squeeze it together. All right, guys, that was fun.